Hey, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Dore Show. I'm here with the miserable liberal and Ron Placone. Hey, Ron.
Hello.
Ron will be in Austin this weekend.
November 10th. Tickets still available. RonPlacone.com.
Check it out. So we're going to look at Joe Donnelly, who lost. So there were lots of confusing messages from the midterm elections. Some progressives lost, like Andrew Gillum and Beto O'Rourke. But some progressives won, like Sherrod Brown.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And then, also in Wisconsin, they got a new pro-labor governor.
Yep.
Same thing, the Michigan governor won also, Democrat. Also, but in Indiana, I'm going to show you Joe Donnelly. So Joe Donnelly, just watch this commercial and you tell me if you want to vote for this guy. If you're going to vote, and let's say you're an independent, who would you vote for?
Socialists want to turn health care over to the government.
Over my dead body.
Some in
Now, just imagine 8 or 9 out of 10 Democrats are for Medicare for all. The majority of Republicans are for Medicare for all. And what does this guy say, running as a lefty?
Socialists want to turn health care over to the government.
Over my dead body.
You're now appealing to the minority of the electorate. So you're cutting the legs out from underneath your own base, and you're not interesting people on the right. The people on the right are for Medicare for all.
Some in Congress want to let insurance companies deny coverage for pre-existing conditions.
Not on my watch.
The radical left wants to eliminate ICE.
I support ICE in funding President Trump's border wall.
Extremes on the left and right want to cut defense spending.
I don't want our troops in a fair fight. I want them to have the best.
So let's just recap. He's against Medicare for all. He's pro-military spending. Pro-military spending. We're spending $700 billion a year. $200 billion more right now on our military than we were spending at the height of the Iraq War. We had a 40% increase in our military budget since the height of the Iraq War. A 40% increase. Do we have a 40% increase in our education budget? 40% increase in our library budget? 40% increase in any other budget?
Over my dead body.
So he's against Medicare for all. He's for Trump's border wall. He just said he's going to fund it.
Mm-hmm.
He's for the border wall. He's for the more military spending, and he's against Medicare for all. Boy, what a great Democrat. What's the point of voting for this guy?
President Reagan said, peace through strength. I'm Joe Donnelly. I approve this message.
And then what does he do? He quotes Ronald Reagan. Dude, just run as a Republican. Well, you lost. So when given the choice between a Republican and a Republican, they pick the Republican every time. So you want to see another one of his commercials? Here's another one.
You know, the only thing that was left out of that ad was him wanting to increase incarceration.
Yeah, I say we put more people behind bars, and maybe some of them are women who want to have abortions. Let's lock them up. Well, here's another one of his commercials.
I'm an easygoing guy, but not when Mike Braun keeps lying about my record. I split with my own party to support funding for Trump's border wall. The liberal left wants to chop defense spending. No way. I'm not into a fair fight. I'm about giving our troops the edge.
Why would you vote for there's already a guy like that. That's a Republican. There's a whole party like that. Border wall, more military spending. That's what he leads with.
I voted to extend the Bush tax cuts. And Mike Braun, he ships jobs to China. We've got to cut that out. I'm Joe Donnelly. I approve this message.
I think Joe Donnelly was inspired by Hillary Clinton. Really. I mean, everything that he stands for. Am I wrong? What would she be an argument with?
How did he do? How did Joe Donnelly do? He got his ass kicked. Joe Donnelly got his ass handed to him. And I love this. This is from Linda Sansour on Democracy Now! She goes, if you're not going to go all the way progressive, you're just not going to win against Donald Trump in 2020.
Right.
You cannot beat Donald Trump from the center. You have to beat Donald Trump with alternative visionary plan.
Amen.
So here, I'll give you an example. So that's Joe Donnelly. Oh, he's in a red state. Well, Claire McCaskill is also in a red state. She's in Missouri. The last time she ran, minimum wage was on the ballot. People turn out to vote for minimum wage. You know how when they would put same-sex marriage on the ballot, the Republicans would put same-sex marriage on the ballot to drive up vote turnout, and it worked? Well, if you put minimum wage on the ballot, it drives voter turnout because people have something to vote for. And so that's what people credit her getting elected in the Senate the first time, was that the minimum wage was on the ballot. Well, it was on the ballot again. Minimum wage hike is winning in a landslide, and Claire McCaskill's getting destroyed. So people love these policies. They just can't cotton to these crappy Democrats anymore. People like minimum wage. People like Medicare for all. They just can't bring themselves to vote for these crappy Democrats. Here's Zach Carter says the Dems in swing states who voted against the bank bill, that new BS bank, Baldwin and Brown, so Senator Tammy Baldwin and Sherrod Brown, cruise to re-election. So right next door, there's Indiana and Ohio. They're right next to each other. Sherrod Brown ran as a strong progressive, voted against that bank bill. So did Tammy Baldwin. They won.
And there were DSA-backed victories in Pennsylvania and Minnesota and Michigan. Every minimum wage issue on the ballot won, and I believe they were all in red states. Yeah, Missouri, Arkansas, and Arizona.
So there you go. Why are you running as a? That's just straight up running as a Republican. Why not run as a goddamn progressive? At least you fall on your shield. You know what I mean? You go down fighting instead of go down bootlicking. Because that's what that is. That's bootlicking. I don't know. Our next live Jimmy Dore show is February 1st in Burbank, California. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a list of all our live shows, and please become a premium member if you can. Become a patron. It's the way we support this show because they're coming at us, and we give you bonus. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Check it out. Become a patron. And if you can, make sure you're still subscribed. They unsubscribe people every day. I know it sounds crazy. It only takes a second. Please make sure and click that bell when you subscribe so they'll send you a notice when we drop a video. Thanks for your support.